Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. You know, Shams, you cover transactions all day long, all season long, and the Sixers have not been shy about making moves.
No other team has been more aggressive when you think about trying to figure out this puzzle around Joel Embiid and around Tyrese Maxey. They've always been movers and shakers. This is a franchise that bears watching moving forward, just seeing exactly what moves they make.
They always make headlines. You're exactly right. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. MP is out there with George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Gordon. And it's Embiid in at the center, locked in for the Pacers. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Siakam. Over MP. Siakam's shot is off. Right side, Gordon. Pass to MP. Out to the right wing. George against Mathurin. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner. Shams, when you look at last season, what a step forward for the Pacers. Going into the in-season tournament championship, making the Eastern Conference Finals. They really checked so many boxes last season.
And Pacers sources tell me they're ahead of schedule under Rick Carlisle. They went from 25 wins in his first season to 47 wins last season and the Eastern Conference Finals in just his third season at the helm. The biggest reason to me for their turnaround and someone that the Pacers love as their franchise cornerstone is Tyrese Halliburton. He gives the Pacers an elite talent that they've lacked since Paul George. So look at Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam for this next run of Pacers greats.
Well, you've named some terrific players and guys that are very important.
Mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding. Lock at 6. Nembhard, the pass to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Oh, you can't let Turner get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago, and their biggest concern, of course, is figuring out a way to guard Joel Embiid. Coach said Embiid presents all types of issues. He can post you up, knock down the 3. We'll have to send multiple bodies at Embiid to keep him in check. We'll see how they try to defend him. It won't be straight up. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. 2 minutes. Passes to Mathurin. And here is Siakam. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed. It's going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restricted position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jackson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider, but clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do. And this path, I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I love playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans. And so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I...
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you. Substitution now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. And Halliburton subbed in for Andrew Nemhoff. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. MV comes in for Martin. George is checked in for Caleb Martin. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. T.J. McConnell is out there with Halliburton. And it's Mathurin in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Mathurin against George. Good. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to LA because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoy it a lot.
You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to
Charlotte. I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento one day. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped the 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming to the league.
They love their kings. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
Well, you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Here's Oubre. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Halliburton in the corner. Traps in the tray. Halliburton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers.
At the arc, Halliburton, confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
MP passes to Embiid. Maxey in the corner. Physical play by Embiid inside.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And it's time for an injury. And now an update on Aaron Nesmith from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Guys, I was able to catch up with Indiana's head athletic trainer. He said it's a hyperextended shoulder and that they've got ice on it now to try to bring down the inflammation. The next few games will be without him on the court. Of course, other players are going to have to step up to fill that role. That's all we've got, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Obi Toppin's checked in for Turner. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And then for Philadelphia, Drummond's checked in for MP. Gordon comes in for George. And it's Lowry in for Kelly Oubre. Lamar covering. And so that's the end of the first half. Lead by 7. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports.
34.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, MP is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Gordon. Then it's George. And it's Maxey in at the point.
Embiid stiff-arming that shot with authority. No mercy.
MP with it. Halliburton picks him up. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining than watching those guys score the ball.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And he knocks down the first one. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
MP with it. Launches it from deep. Nembhard grabs the board.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And the handles and confidence of Siakam both have grown just so much. Zero hesitation taking that one to the rack.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Siakam passes to Mathurin. Over George. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gordon. Pacers with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
He thinks he is rewarding their faith, and I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Outside Mathurin. The pass to Halliburton. Over Maxey. Indiana again missing. The 76ers trail by 4. To the paint. Here's MP. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss.
Minutes remaining in the third.
Siakam's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Halliburton slams it in.
A terrific effort offensively. He's not holding anything back on that end of the floor.
And the 76ers call time here. Tyrese Halliburton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
But, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
Indiana. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Turner. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Some nice ball.
Substitution
A new group here for Philadelphia. Siakam against MP. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them.
These Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Free throw good, MP. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
That one misses. And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards, those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Halliburton against Maxey. MP dishes to George. Back to MP. And MP throws it down.
And George is not just a scorer now. He also passes the ball well, looking to keep his guys involved.
Here's Mathurin. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. MP kicks to Gordon. Outside, George. Dishes it to MP. And he gets it to go. MP's got 5 points now this quarter.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
To the inside. The shot by Turner, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the 76ers. Down by 12. Inside, good. And he banks in the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Indiana's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Halliburton. Steps back and trains the jump shot. Halliburton's got 19 points.
Like the way Halliburton continues to take more responsibility on the offensive end. His game warrants that he does that.
Here's MP. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Pacers call time here. They lead by 10. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Here are your Indiana Pacers. Loud.
Present our New Balance player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, his ability to penetrate in this one has really been something special, making the defense really look helpless as he was able to get inside time and time again. Not that it's easy to stop a guy with his ball skill and agility, but boy, did he make it look easy.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort. See how it works out. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Embiid. He kicks to MP. Outside, George. It's stolen by Mathurin.
And they just didn't have enough to overcome this deficit. Chalk up this game as a fantastic victory for the Pacers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so by winning the first of 3 to play in this season series, and plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace up their sneakers against Philadelphia.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Now, Nembhard. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.